On Sunday, the 8th of December 2019, family members, friends, staff members and customers of the Metropolitan Motors gathered to give a shout of quality praise and dance to the Lord for His numerous blessings at the annual Christmas Praise Night 2019. The event also doubled as the 20th anniversary of this annual Christmas Praise Night, which has become a major activity in Lagos. To usher in the Christmas season, the event was held at the Haven Event Center, Ikeja, Lagos. The annual Christmas Praise Night, which is a brainchild of Dr. Olutoyin Okewo, the Managing Director and CEO Metropolitan Motors Limited, began in 1999 as a devotional in the office. It was later changed to a customers forum. Today, it has grown to become more than just a customers forum, as everyone looks forward to being a part of it. In attendance were Minister of State for Health, Senator Oloronimbe Mamura, wife of the Governor of Ogun State, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, President, Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo, the Managing Director and CEO, Metropolitan Motors Limited, Dr. Olutoyin Okewo, Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson, Professor Toyin Ashiru, Bishop, Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion, the Right Reverend Humphrey Lumakaye, among other clergymen and distinguished guests. The event began with a praise and worship session led by the Metro Voices, after which the opening hymn, Jesu My Lord, and the opening prayer followed. Welcome address delivered by the Managing Director and CEO Metropolitan Motors, Dr. Olutoyin Okewo. He appreciated all for their presence at the occasion as he recounted the brief history of the annual Christmas Praise Night and enjoined all to have an enjoyable time in the presence of God.
And on Monday, the 13th of December 1999, we had the maiden edition of the Christmas Praise Night in our office premises in GRA Kenya here. And to the glory of God, that event was a big success. And of course, this propelled us to turn it into an annual event. And we thank God who has made it possible for us to host this event without a break for the past 20 years. We thank God that with every year, the event was getting bigger and better, and of course, full of testimonies of God's favor and faithfulness.
To set the tone for the evening, Squad 1 and Lex Nicholson vocals entertained guests to great performances as Olarewaju Gregory, popularly known as Larry J, thrilled guests to rib-cracking jokes. The first set of Bible readings were taken by Mrs. Fumi Adegbite and Mr. Emeka Anwoka, after which Big Balaji hits the stage, dishing out quality gospel tunes which saw guests dancing and rejoicing to the glory of God. Other Bible readings were taken by Senator Olorunimbe Mamora, Mr. Bimbola Ogunbanjo, Dr. Amos Adamu, and wife of the Governor of Ogun State, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun. The next performances by Duke Behige and Laulu Benjo also got guests dancing and singing as they dished out quality melodious tunes. Later on, Shola Allison serenaded guests to soul-lifting worship songs, which changed the atmosphere and put guests in the mood of worship. After that, indigenous and creative traditional music group Boys Olorun took time to serenade guests to gospel akbala music. Next was a special intercessory prayer led by the Bishop of the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion, the Right Reverend Humphrey Lumakaye. Other items that followed were the cake cutting exercise supervised by Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson and award presentation to Bolaji Banjoko, popularly known as BJ Sax. The event was brought to an end with the performance of one of Nigeria's talented saxophonists, BJ Sax. From Biscon Communications, its congratulations to Metropolitan Motors on the successful hosting of the 20th anniversary of its annual Christmas Praise Night.